Congratulations to our University of Birmingham graduands. Here we are in the Great Hall at the heart of the Edgbaston campus. Attendees, mostly graduands and their friends and family, are seated. Here are the student musicians. we're getting started. Here's the first of our 2 mace bearers beginning the ceremony. The centenary mace bearer is usually a staff member who has volunteered to take part in the ceremony. The mace bearer enters through the back of the Great Hall and leads a procession of staff to the stage. Squire Bedell, who is the second of the 2 mace bearers, follows. Maces are placed on stage for the duration of the ceremony.
Gives me the greatest pleasure to declare this congregation open.
Good afternoon and welcome to Birmingham. My name is Professor William Bloss, and as Interim Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Head of College for Life and Environmental Sciences, it's my great pleasure to welcome you all, graduands, friends, family and supporters, to your graduation ceremony. It's great to see so many of you here. Thank you for joining us today. Across many cultures and traditions, December is a time of festivity, of reflection and of gratitude. So it feels quite apt for us to come together at the culmination of the year to celebrate your graduation. And there's nowhere more fitting to do so than here in our Great Hall. Today you'll be walking in the footsteps of thousands of students who have graduated here since 1900. You'll feel the same sense of excitement, of fulfillment, and maybe anticipation that they felt. You'll be wearing the same type of cap and gown, and will follow the same rituals, many of which go back hundreds of years to the establishment of the first universities in the 12th century. As a university, we dedicate ourselves to the pursuit of learning and of new discovery and new innovation. But we retain these rituals, which are universally recognized as celebrating academic achievement and representing continuity of knowledge and a connection to our educational traditions. I particularly enjoy our December graduations as we celebrate the broadest range of achievements. Many amongst you will have been with us for several years, studying for an undergraduate degree or undertaking a higher or professional apprenticeship. Some of you will have dedicated the last few years to undertaking original research, which contributes to knowledge and to discovery, and are here to be awarded your PhD. While others will have studied a master's qualification, your time with us may have been shorter, but nonetheless rich for that. I'd like to just pause and reflect for a moment that you decided to study here at Birmingham. And when you made that decision, you trusted your choice would expand your knowledge of your discipline, would allow you to take the next step in your career, and maybe you wanted to make a meaningful contribution to your subject and hopefully to society at large. And you made that decision despite the challenges and possibly the sacrifices that lay ahead. Some of you came to Birmingham from outside the UK, and this may have meant leaving family and friends behind and adjusting to living in a new culture, and we're very proud to have welcomed you. Many of you have been juggling studies alongside work and family and other caring responsibilities, and I do understand what a gigantic task that can be. And the sacrifices may not have been yours alone. There are many other people here today, family and friends, celebrating your achievements who've also had to make changes to support you. It was all worth it. As graduands, you'll each have a different story to have got to this point, but each of those stories will have common threads. You'll have explored new ideas, you'll have tackled and overcome what may have seemed insurmountable problems, and you'll have met new people who may have inspired you in new ways. You'll have learned more about yourself and about the world around you, and you've advanced your potential to go on to achieve whatever comes next for you. I hope that as you look back on all of this, you feel a huge sense of pride. Today is an important step in a journey you've been shaping for a number of years, a moment to celebrate some of the tenacity and determination and drive you will have shown to reach this point. Now you have an opportunity to make an even bigger difference beyond the university. And it's our hope that your time here at Birmingham has equipped you with the tools you need to embrace the future with compassion and understanding and confidence. Your actions now have the power to make a real difference to the world around us. So choose to make that difference a positive one and a kind one. You'll soon be a graduate from one of the country's top universities, and we're enormously proud that you're now a part of our collective legacy. During your time here, you'll have been taught by and collaborated with some of the best researchers in the world and been inspired by their enthusiasm and their knowledge. And you will have been supported in myriad ways by your lecturers, your tutors, the student support teams around you. And I'd like to offer you the opportunity now to thank everyone at the university who supported you, graduands today, supported you in your time here. Some of them have been able to join us and are stood here behind me, but can we all give them a round of applause to thank them for their input? Thank you. Great. Thank you. As I look out across the hall, there are many people in the room with very proud expressions on their faces. And I know from experience that some of them may have a lump in their throats or even get something in their eye as you walk up onto the stage. There'll be people watching online and people thinking of you elsewhere who will also be proud of everything you've achieved up to this moment. And I know each of you, each of our graduands, will have that person or those people who believed in you and supported you and showed you kindness and maybe made sacrifices alongside you, and without whom you maybe wouldn't be here today. So graduands, those of you sat at the back, I'd like to ask you, please, to give a round of applause to thank your supporters, your family, your friends, and everyone who's made it possible for you to be here. Thank you. So, in a moment, you'll come up onto the stage, and our Chancellor, Lord Bilimoria, will admit you to your degree. This is very much your moment, and when your name is read out, that will be your graduation. And family and friends, that's your cue to make some noise, please. Okay. So, be careful on the steps, give a big smile for the cameras, and don't forget to savour your moment. My warmest congratulations to all of you. Well done.
Now for the handing of the scrolls. The graduands will walk from the left of the stage to the centre and collect their scroll from the conferring officer. After they're congratulated, they'll walk off stage.
Good afternoon. I'm Ed Wilding, and I'm the head of School of Psychology, and it's my privilege to introduce you to the graduands today. Chancellor, to you and the university, I present the names of those graduands, as listed in my programme, proved worthy to be admitted to their respective degrees.
By virtue of my authority as Chancellor, I admit those persons listed in the programme, both in attendance and in absentia, to the degree for which they are to be presented.
In the School of Psychology, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, for research into how experience and environment influence action and perception in Parkinson's disease. Joshua Kearney. For the degree of Doctor of Clinical Psychology, for research into sleep deprivation and mind-mindedness in new mothers, Angharad Chiji. For research into UK veterans' experiences of moral transgressions in service, Holly Victoria Edwards. For research into narrative therapy and whether it improves continuity in couples with brain injury, Ursula Gajewska. For research into sleep deprivation in infants, Catherine Jane Girks. For research into psychosis during the coronavirus pandemic, Jasmine Kaur Gill. For research experiences of spouses caring for a partner with dementia, Charlotte Lauren Kelland. For research into self-compassion and perfectionism in people with celiac disease, Shivani Kumar. For research into the autism assessment experience for young people, Philippa McQuilton. For research into caregiving experiences for young people with emotional outbursts, Snigdha Mukherjee. For research into understanding the lived experience of those who detransition in the UK, Michael O'Donnell. For research into making sense of adoption breakdown, Olivia Parker. For research into psychological approaches to understanding and managing the impact of trauma, Ross Taylor. For research into rates of compulsory detention under the Mental Health Act and associated experiences of minority ethnic groups in the UK, Fabian Yamane. For our forensic clinical psychology doctorate, for research into secure settings for older adults, Jade Mitchell. For research into autism and the criminal justice system, Martha Platt. For research into the growth in professionals exposed to traumatogenic material, Alexandra Maria Tsiramoku. For the degree of Master of Research, Katie Lucy Cunning. Nathan Cyrus Pereira de Cruz. Michaela Grace Pawley. For the degree of Master of Science, Awisha Magar. For the degree of Master of Science, Brain Imaging and Cognitive Neuroscience, Max Riley. Choi Ling Yu. Emily Suzanne Newman-Sanders. Barkathanisa Abdul Haq. Catherine Elizabeth Ainsworth. Zainab Dilawala. Rachel Duckham. Alan George. Beth Hudson. Janelle Yanwei Tan. Damanpreet Kaur. Deborah Lee. Maria Irid Morelli. Amir Hussam Saudi. Emily May Wilson. For the degree of Computational Neuroscience and Cognitive Robotics, Andrea Camelia Karitska. Cesar Alan Contreras. Yondale Duplessis. Eliza Fahy. Suki Gilead. Darshan Rajendra Gohil. Chinmay Kedkar. Thomas Edward Knight. Mustafa Ahmed Raja. Aikaterini Tamparaki. Joshua Walker. For the degree of mental health, Michi Pham. Nimra Assam. Nasiva Juleka Alsa. Saman Ahmed. Farina Akhtar. Kira Andrews. Dora May Barlow. Emma Virginia Bowers. Yanish Bully. Zhang Chen. Bethan Clark. Holly Ann Coelho. Elizabeth Asuza Enyola Agareva. Elizabeth Essex. Ramana Hanif. Annalise Hirons. Catherine Hobson. Mary Enitan Ilori. Neelam Halil. Robin Kimber. Bethany Long. Missy Nam Mizzi. Shiza Madassa. Sangwani Naimba. Clement Ola. Nur Dafa Ishaq Mohammed Safi. Caitlin Rose Scully. Safa Shafakat. Olivia Lucia Siegfried. Sophie Thompson. Neve Ellen Wilkinson. For the degree of psychology, Amelia Rose Bailey. Rachel Heather Gleave. Rebecca Jones. Halima Khatun. Alexander Luke Minshall. Laura Catherine Potts. Jessica Russell. Julia Summer Shoudis. Eve Christina Taylor. Chung Kwan Wong. Yuk Ching Cheryl Wong. For the degree of psychology and psychological practice, Rachel Jessica Field. Charles Kane. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Human Neuroscience, Melissa Juliette Eloise Boniface. Mohammed Shakil. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Psychology, Huma Ahmed. Molly Edwards. Charlotte May Lemon. Sonia Mason. Rakeen Mohid. Lal Narin. Nina Nemi. Katrina Emily Rowe. William Sims. For Psychology with Year Abroad, Ford Eldridge. Larry Jones. Maeve Shaw. Ho Yen Sang. For the School of Sport, Exercise and Rehabilitation Sciences, for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, for research into the influence of how environmental stresses on vascular function are assessed using low-flow mediated dilatation, Mohammed Al-Alawi. For research into factors associated with impulse control disorders in Parkinson's disease, Alison Hall. For research into the molecular mechanism of skeletal muscle atrophy, Ibrahim Musa. For research into the career experiences of PGA European Tour professionals, Ian John Edward Peake. For the degree of Master of Science, Advanced Manipulative Physiotherapy, Neha Parag Apte. Niharika Irene. Continuing with the Master of Science, Advanced Manipulative Physiotherapy, Selene Cavallaro. Varsha Dadlani. Tanya Singh Dahir. Frank Michael Mervyn Frank. Purvi Ganguly. Kashish Garg. Shika Rajesh Gohil. Heather Denise Grant. Martin Kevin Holmes. Abha Abhay Ingle. Vibha Vivek Jadhav. Dipti Dajodia. Ashwarya Chandrasekhar Jalgokar. Hitanshi Paresh Joshi. Gaurav Nitin Mehendale. Priyal Basant Nahar. Manali Pandav. Manasi Santosh Pimple. Paulette Marina Rego. Prayushi Shah. Bhumika Mahesh Shah. For the degree of Exercise and Sports Medicine, Football, Victor Alex Alhat. Chitrang Sandeep Amonkar. Niyati Jinesh Choksi. Angelo Marco Diritto. Aaron Eustace de Mello. Gavin Klyn Fernandez. Niti Hitesh Gala. Kritika Aran Jain. Vanetta Sharath Kumar. Raghav Narula. Chirag Parmar. Alessandro Paletto. Dara Rooney. Suren Vata. For the degree of Physical Education and Well-being, Oliver Kind. Victoria Louise Merrick. For the degree of Physiotherapy, pre-registration, Hannah Alderson. Beth Aldred. Isabel Bassett. Dominic Bird. Jeremy Burton. Maria Carr. Darcy Carruthers. Si Hoi Chan. Jordan Connor. Ellen Cooney. Rosemary Cronolly. Jake Cuffson. Gabrielle Diora. Matthew James Doyle. Heidi Jade Edwards. Louise Etherington. Merlin Machado Farino. Jake Cathal Finlayson. James Foley. Cornell Gabriel. Jake Haynes. Nicola Hancock. Katie Hawthorne. Elizabeth Heath. Jonathan Heath. Louis Holmes. Chloe Ann Horn. Rachel Hudson. Caris Elizabeth Humber. Mariah Joseph. Syra Kainth. Lauren Jane Lockhart. Saba Mahmood. Jason Kenneth Malabone. Lucy Rose Moss. Eloise Pheasant. Jane Ryan. Mitzi Alana Scott. Vikramjit Singh Sodhi. William Stoner. Esteban Suarez. Daniel Craig Tidmarsh. Bethan Joanna Turner. Charlotte Rebecca Waddington. Elliot Charles Wilson. Wojciech Witt. Kelvin Wong. Yu Shi. For the degree of Rehabilitation Studies, Griya Alexandru Jimcha. For the degree of Sports Coaching, Daniel Charles Jackson. Matthew James Mosley. Samuel New. For the degree of Master in Science, Sport, Physical Education and Coaching Science, Jonas Bianatsky. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Applied Golf Management Studies, Geoffrey Haddock. Daniel Vine. For For the degree of physiotherapy, C. Nok Ryan Chan. Hoi Nam Chan. Matthew Ermiger. Jessica Lamb. Pok Yin Leung. Jamin Patel. Poppy Wright. For the degree of Sport and Exercise Sciences with International Year, Lucy Malloy. For the degree of Sport, Exercise and Health Sciences, Zedan El-Shamiri. Emily Kernock. Zach Hall Annison. Mohammed Jamal Hussein. Seth Ibrahim Karoma. Jing Lo. Benjamin Luxford. Amy Louise Janthida Mason. Olawasai Isaiah Aziz Olasanya. Kieran Kensin Young. For the degree of Sport, Physical Education and Coaching Science, Jack Anderton. George Brian Anno. Sungjun Park. For the degree of Sport, Physical Education and Coaching Science with International Year, Lucy Helen Nugent. And from the School of Geography, Earth and Environmental Sciences, for the degree of Master of Science, Air Pollution Management and Control, Xin Zhang. I would like now to introduce to you our student speaker, Jason Malabone, Master of Science, Physiotherapy.
So I'd like to start with a round of applause for all the dedicated staff members who helped orchestrate this ceremony for us today, providing us with the opportunity to come together and celebrate our achievements as one. So please, if you don't mind. Once again, the warmest of welcomes to everyone joining us today. It is an honour to be speaking on behalf of the graduates of 2023 from across the School of Sport, Exercise and Rehabilitation Sciences and the School of Psychology, expressing our collective gratitude and appreciation for the time we spent at UOB. To our lecturers, tutors, wellbeing, student and administrative teams, and all the numerous other staff members working behind the scenes to ensure that our courses run smoothly, thank you. Your teaching, guidance, support and flexibility when it was needed most has not gone unnoticed. To our family and friends, whether you've travelled from the next county or from halfway around the world, I'd like to say thank you again. Myself and the rest of the class are so happy to have you here on this momentous occasion, and words truly cannot convey how much it means to us. The support we've received from yourselves and our fellow peers are what have been the foundation that have helped us make the most of our opportunity at such a prestigious university. And again, we thank you. To my fellow graduates, what more needs to be said than congratulations? While support was ever present, ultimately, it was you who put in the hours and the hard work. Through all the highs and lows, the late nights in the libraries, sharing knowing glances with peers, and giving that obligatory head nod where we realize maybe we have left this one a little too late. Or the tireless efforts that we've put in to try and recruit a friend's, housemates, course mates, girlfriend to partake in our dissertation studies. To those who juggled long commutes, part-time jobs, or personal hardships, we have prevailed. Every graduate has demonstrated their capability to turn aspirations into reality, showcasing discipline, perseverance, and adaptability, but above all, the capability to be empathetic and collaborative. As what binds us here today is our careers aimed at helping others maximize their potential, whether in health, performance, well-being, neuroscience, or wider clinical practices. The full extent of our impact is yet to be seen or determined. While I'm sure imposter syndrome lingered in the back of our minds, I'm here to remind you that you have made it, and you should be proud as you move forward. For some, their first career steps are clear, while others have their paths less defined. Or perhaps you're just saving the opportunity to be done with university. Either way, I have no doubt that each member of this cohort will go on to achieve great things, carving their own paths and goals, challenging our limits, and propelling our disciplines forward to meet the next challenge. And I look forward to seeing what form that takes for everyone. And as we move forwards, stepping into the unknown, always remember, success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts. Thank you very much.
I think Jason made a fabulous speech. He deserves another round of applause. So, Jason. I thank Professor William Bloss for the opening address, and in there he referred to all of you sitting at the back there as graduands. You are now graduates. Congratulations. I'm very proud to have been Chancellor of this great university for 9.5 years. And to put that into context, if you look at the board on the right, which is covered by the Christmas tree, amongst my predecessors, I'm only the 7th Chancellor in 123 years. So do the maths, what the average is, okay? One of my predecessors, the former Prime Minister Anthony Eden, was Chancellor for 28 years. I can assure you I'm not staying for 28 years. Now, I've got a very long connection, link, history, heritage with this university. My maternal grandfather, Squadron Leader J.D. Italia, came here in the 1920s, graduated in 1931, learned how to fly here, served in the Royal Indian Air Force and served to the end of the Second World War. His daughter, my mother, Yasmin, came here in 1955 and graduated in the 1950s, wore sari every day to her classes. And at 87 years old in India, her best friends to this day are the friends she made when she was here at the University of Birmingham. And her brother followed her in the 1960s and did his PhD in engineering. And here I am as Chancellor all these years later. This is a great university, founded in 1900 by Queen Victoria, opened formally by her son, Edward VII. And we have a phenomenal reputation. If you walk down the corridors on either side of the Great Hall, you'll see some of our research brought to life through museum objects, prototypes, manuscripts, photographs that tell stories of groundbreaking research at this university, including the work of Sir Peter Medawar, who won a Nobel Prize for his work on organ transplants. In fact, this university has been awarded 10 Nobel Prizes. You will see the work of 2 dentists who invented the first airbags after treating servicemen with severe facial injuries from vehicle accidents during the First World War. So the research we do here is absolutely fantastic. Now, before we go any further, I think we need to recognize that all of you who have graduated today have done this through your hard work. There's no shortcut to the hard work. You heard that from Jason just now. And you've had help from your friends as well. I can tell you something, you would not have been able to do it just yourselves. Sitting here are your family, your staff, your teachers. And I tell you, I'm a father of 2 of my children who have graduated. If you feel proud, you do not know how proud they feel of you now. So I would like the graduates, please, to stand up and give a huge round of applause to your family and to your wonderful teachers. Please, graduates, huge round of applause. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, when you walk out of those doors there, you walk out as graduates, but you're never leaving. This is Hotel California. You can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave. And I'm being serious. You are now forever part of the 300,000-strong Birmingham family of alumni in almost every one of the 200 countries around the world. Now, if you were graduating from an American university, and I graduated from became an alumnus of a famous American university some years ago, the next day I received an email asking me for money. We're not quite so blunt over here, but do donate when you can in the future. And I tell you why, you're all going to be very successful. If you're a graduate of this university, the chances are you will be very successful. And we want you to engage with the university through your lives, through your career. Yes, of course, donate money, but also donate your time. Come back and mentor, come back and teach, keep in touch with the university. We had a campaign. We've raised more money, by the way, than any other British university, apart from Oxford and Cambridge, in this country. But we've done one thing extra. We had a campaign of measuring time being donated back to the university that no one has ever done. So please, I encourage you to keep in touch. Now, the graduates today, you've had psychology. I've just returned from Dubai, and I presided over the graduation ceremony of our Dubai students. We're the only Russell Group university and the first Russell Group university to have a campus in Dubai. And we have increasing numbers of psychology students. It's just a really popular degree in Dubai, and I can see over here as well. Today we've had sports, lots of sports-related degrees, and we are one of the top 6 universities in the world when it comes to the teaching of sports and sports science. And if you look at, you need to go no further, when the sports center, which all the students, not just the sports students, use, which you will see if you drive, when you enter the university, is a modern, state-of-the-art sports center. I asked Princess Anne to come and open the sports center as a former Olympian herself. And what an Olympic-sized pool, amazing facilities. The Commonwealth Games last year, most of you, 1 billion people around the world, watch the Commonwealth Games. This university played a bigger part in the Commonwealth Games than any university has played in any games, Olympic, Asian, whatever games you want to call them. We played a bigger part in any games than any university in the world. We took part in the baton relay handed over by Her Majesty the Queen at Buckingham Palace. It went round the whole world measuring air quality and air pollution related back to our professors over here, designed by our university. We were huge donors and sponsors of the Commonwealth Games. The Athletes' Village, visited by Prince Charles, now His Majesty the King, was on our campus. Hockey was played on our campus. Squash, I personally presented the medals for squash on our campus. That is the quality of the University of Birmingham when it comes to sport. We are world class. Now, you don't become one of the top universities in the world unless you're good at research. You can talk about research. Where's the proof? Well, you've seen it with your own eyes. Did you see the number of students who got their PhDs, their doctorates today? Well over 25. Huge round of applause to our new doctors. I've been in the House of Lords for 17 years. I was the third youngest peer when I was appointed in 2006. I'm still one of the younger peers. Our average age is 72. We've got a lot of wisdom in the House of Lords. And one of the things I do in the House of Lords in Parliament is I co-chair the All-Party Parliamentary Group for International Students, and I'm the president of the UK Council for International Student Affairs for the whole country. Did you see how many international students graduated today? Do you know how grateful we should be to our international... I'm a former international student myself when I came from India as a 19-year-old. You bring in £42 billion to this country. Thank you very much. But much, much more important than the money, you enrich the experience of every student and of the whole university, and what you bring here is just phenomenal, and you make lifelong friendships, generation-long friendships, like my mother, sitting in India, 87 years old, her best friends to this day are her friends from Birmingham University, and the generation-long friendships and ambassadorship for this country, for this university, the soft power of international students. There are more world leaders educated at British and American universities as we speak than all the other countries in the world put together. That's the power of international students. So I think, thank you, thank you, thank you. Huge round of applause for our international students. I've just come back from Dubai attending COP28 and representing the university there. I was so proud to represent our university. Do you know there are Queen's Awards that are given? They're called the Queen's Anniversary Awards, and they're given every 2 years to around 20 institutions. During my chancellorship, a few years ago, we won one for our railway department, and we then ended up developing the world's first retrofitted hydrogen-powered train ever. I was president of the Confederation of British Industry, the CBI, at COP26 in Glasgow. That train was up and running. His Majesty Prince Charles was on the train. Boris Johnson, as Prime Minister, was on that train, and I chaired a meeting of transport leaders from around the world on that train, a world first that came out of here from a Queen's Anniversary Prize. And a few weeks ago, I was at St. James's Palace. We've now won another Queen's Anniversary Prize for the work we're doing with Rolls-Royce for jet engines and their aeroblades and the metallurgy of aeroblades. Isn't that amazing? That's phenomenal. At the QS University Rankings, now every student here would know the QS University Rankings. They're the global rankings of universities. I spoke at their annual conference earlier this year in February in India. We're less than 1% of the world's population in this country. And yet 17 out of the top 100, including the University of Birmingham, are British universities. So we are one of the best universities in the world. Fact, top 100 in the world. So be proud of that always, I say to our students. On a very serious note before I conclude, when you go out there, it's a tough world, more so than ever before. In my whole career, I've never been more concerned about the global environment than I am now. You go back to the financial crisis, you go back to COVID, you go back to the sad Ukraine war that still continues, to the tragic and awful situation taking place in Israel and Gaza. Now, you can say, that's awful, and some people fail because of. Other people succeed in spite of. And Jason spoke about how you deal with challenges and spoke about collaboration. And my wife is South African. We're about to celebrate our 30th anniversary this month. And there's an African saying that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, go together. And we've got to work in a collaborative way together. And what I've learned more than anything else in life is, luckily most of you are going to do well. You're going to be leaders. And to be a good leader, to succeed in life, it is all about attitude. As an entrepreneur, somebody who started a household brand, Cobra Beer, which I'm very proud of, from scratch, you need guts to do it. But you need guts to stick with it when others would give up. And I've nearly lost my business 3 times. So it's that attitude which is summed up in our motto, which is to aspire and achieve against all odds with integrity. And that last word, integrity, is the most important, because it is better to fail doing the right thing than to succeed doing the wrong thing. So all that remains to me is to say good luck. And I could say flippantly, good luck. But the best definition of luck that I ever heard was, luck is when determination meets opportunity. If you're not determined, you won't even see the opportunity. So be determined and get lucky, and most importantly, believe in yourselves. Because as Mahatma Gandhi said, your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits form your character, and your character determines your destiny. Congratulations and thank you. I now declare this congregation and ceremony closed.
To close the ceremony, the maces are collected from the stage. The mace bearers lead the procession of staff and new graduates out of the Great Hall. The ceremony that completes the university journey for hundreds of Birmingham alumni is now closed. Congratulations to our new graduates. The attendees applaud our new graduating class.